Hey there, this is Lord Glenn here. Today I'm going to be demoing a video of how I make weapon icons for the Custom Weapon Icon Tutorial 2.0. This will be coming, I'll be posting this in a couple days or so, but just to better understand my process of how I go about making the icons, instead of just seeing text telling me or telling you how I'm making it and saying, after 30 minutes of sitting down trying this, it doesn't really help you at all. So I'm going to attempt to capture my screen. This is PaintShop Pro 7. This is what I use to sprite personally. So things will be different than most of you who use Paint, Paint.net, Photoshop, the GIMP, Lucenti, whatever. But I'm going to walk you through how I do one of my icons. So first things first, you're going to start with a 16 by 16 square pixel box. For those using Paint, you'll probably want a nice big canvas so you can have your reference sheet somewhere near it, and you can just make a 16 by 16 box on that giant canvas. Since I'm using PaintShop Pro, I have all mine in their own little windows. Start with a background color of your choosing, and I use this nice blue color now. I used to use a green, but it doesn't really matter. Just try to make sure it doesn't clash with any of the colors in the weapon palette that you can see on the right hand side of my screen. And then I start with the two outline colors here and here. This is my own way I have my palette set up. The one I've supplied in my tutorial, has much bigger things. That way you don't have to zoom into 32x to see them. And the icon I'm going to be making is something of this axe here in the center of the screen. I'm actually going to rotate this 180 degrees left so that it'll be more in the shape of an axe icon in the way it's displayed. There we go. So now that I've rotated that and have a better idea of what I'm doing, I'm going to start making the icon. Generally, I start in the inner 14 square pixel area, which I'm marking out on the screen right here. That's the bounds I normally try to stay into, and then as I get further into working on an icon, I actually, I'll expand it and touch the sides if necessary. So to start with an axe, you're generally having something, a pole shaft that's, 2 pixels wide, in quotes, because it's not really 2 pixels wide, but it's a better representative than saying, I would say that something like that is 1 pixel wide. So you're going to start with your pole axe, or the shaft of your axe. I generally go just a certain distance. I don't go the whole way, especially because I don't know what the axe head is particularly going to look like. In this case, it might not be that bad. I'm actually going to back up. Oop. And see, I've goofed. So what I'm going to do is, because I'm using PaintShop Pro, I'm going to put all these on another layer so that the background stays by itself. And what that does is it allows me to move things around without having to, stretch my screen and fix stuff. But because I moved those, I do that. Now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to... I can change layers. Sorry. I'm going to remove 2 of those. And I'm actually going to start the axe head first. Normally I'd do this in the same outline color, but since this is an axe head made of fire, I'm obviously going to use red for the fire. And for right now, since I don't really know what shape I want it to take, I'm going to move the pole shaft down there for the time being. If you have a bigger canvas, this helps because you can work off to the side until you get something that looks right. For me, though, I have to work within the 16 pixel boundary, so I just chip things around as necessary. As you can see, that's a pretty nice curve on the axe blade. So we're going to stick with something maybe like this for right now. I think I'm actually going to extend that to pixel. But so for something right now, I would go with this for the moment, and obviously, you can tweak things later. So now that I kind of have a basic outline, I'm going to move this down here, move this back up here. And you can already see that this is kind of going to overlap in places. So, somewhere around there for the time being. I'm obviously going to have to go back and fix it because as you can see the way this blade curves inward, I'm going to have to do something about that when I get to the top of the axe. So, back to the regular outline colors. Move this up, and about here I'm going to start doing this little hook thing that goes to the back of the axe. Like how that's looking. But I'm also running out of room, so I have to be careful. So I think I will go with that for the time being. Actually, do that for the time being. So that kind of gets a brief idea what this looks like. Back in that. Yeah. Yes, that works. That for the moment. Now obviously you can see kind of a problem because this extends to like there, and there. This only extends to here, and this piece extends to here. So what I'm going to do is actually going to coalesce. No, I'm actually going to delete that for the time being and redo it as such. That's going the wrong way. Again, that's also going the wrong way. So this is what I mean by trial and error. We're just going to leave it like that for right now. It's a picky detail that can be ironed out later. Better if we do it like that. As you can see, I'm having a little rough spot here, trying to decide how I want to do this. See, we are running into problems with the axe head now because of the way this is shaped. Now, I'm actually going to cheat and do that. The axe doesn't look exactly like that, the axe head, but it's close enough. There we go, that's a little better. It's not a perfect match, but that's a little better. Okay, so we've got our basic axe head now, the way we want it. And we're running into a problem with how we have this set up now. So, for the moment, I'm going to move Mr. Axehead again. Come on. Out of the way until we kind of get a better idea of our back end figured out. So, we've got this curving head area. Not quite... Sorry about that. Alright. We have this sloping area up here. We got something like this, although it's, you know, kind of spaced weirdly. But it's pretty representative if you look at points. And so now the fun part is going to be fitting this axe blade over where this goes. Because we've got the issue of, oh hey look, we're already over top of the area we're supposed to. So I'm going to actually scrap that zone and start from scratch and try to make it a little more like. Now, one way we can also save some space is by shrinking the handle, moving this over, and then we get a little extra free room. So actually, I'm going to keep that there. And if we can make that fit, then that'll make things look nicer that way. So, what I'm actually going to do is pick all the red colors, and I'm going to stick them on their own here. That way. There we go. That way I can move them around much nicer than... Yeah. So we kind of have a nice fit. If we did something like that... Now we are going to connect these because, you know, it makes no sense having the open space there in a Fire Emblem icon. So if we connect them like that, I can actually maybe move this in nicely, or even nicer. Something like that, maybe. Okay, we're gonna move those back up. Wrong layer again. Closer to the way it looks. Yeah, this is not gonna work nicer. I'm just going to play around with the positioning for a second. Okay, let's go back with that one again for a second. I'm going to fiddle around with it some more. So, this recording is not going well. We're actually going to... Yeah, see, we need to move this over. Again, we're just gonna bring it. Okay, there we go. On that layer. Alright, we're deleting that. So, we've got our basic shape of our... Alright, so now let's sculpt this to match. Yeah, I'm gonna go like that. I'm just going to paint it red for a second, or for a second, while I fiddle around with how I want this to be designed. That fits it a little closer, wouldn't you say?